Hello, my name is Ashley Hoyt, and for the past 12 weeks I've been an intern at USU Extension in Logan. And so this is my presentation about my internship. Hopefully you find it useful. So my process in finding an internship, um, um, I began by searching the emails that BYU Idaho sends out about previous interns that um, have gone places, and nothing just seemed to pop out at me or seemed like something I wanted to do. And so from there, I began to do my own search. I wanted to work at a hospital, and I found out that it's more difficult to do than I had anticipated, and I hadn't put in the time I needed to find an internship that I really was passionate about. And so in the end, I made a lot of contacts and just never really heard back about anything that I really wanted to do. And so that was a little bit frustrating, but I think if I was to give some advice to those in the future, it would be to start early and to um, make connections with people that will get you where you want to be. Be sincere about it, obviously, but make good connections and network well. And so in the end, though, I received an email through Brother Steve Dennis, and it was a message. There was about 5 or 6 sites that were in Logan that could possibly be an internship site, and so I looked through there, and one of the options was for USU Extension. There was also one for Child Support Center, and so I had 2 appointments, one with them and then one with USU Extension. And at the Child Support Center, I was told that I could teach and be part of the daycare that they had there, and I could help with volunteer opportunities going on there, and it's really a good program. So I think I eventually chose UC Extension because I liked the feeling that was there when I went to interview. You could tell that they enjoyed what they did, and it's all about helping the community, and that's something I wanted to learn more about. And so that's why I chose UC Extension. So what they do for the community, they teach classes about finance, sewing, cooking. They do 4-H, just a variety of different things. And so now I can see in retrospect that it might have been better to do an internship at Child Support Center or LDS Family Services, because it's just more in alignment with the marriage and family, and would have allowed me to use the skills I learned in classes. However, I learned some valuable things from going to USU Extension as well. So our responsibilities of being an intern at USU Extension were the following. I helped a lot with the Food Sense classes, and Food Sense is a program through USU in which we teach the community free cooking and nutrition classes, and it's initially set up for families that are on food stamps or SNAP benefits, and they're the target of the program. And so we teach classes about getting a variety of vegetables in your diet. They even have one near Thanksgiving time about separating your foods and just cleanliness in the kitchen. So just really useful classes. And I also helped with the farmers market, which is also in connection with Food Sense. The dietetics program at USU has 2 interns that run the farmers market, and so we hand out samples, and mostly our point in being there is to tell people about our classes that are upcoming. Right now they're doing a survey to analyze the effectiveness of them being at the farmers market to see if it should continue or not. I helped also with the extension classes there, and some of the ones that they have done while I've been a part of it is we did a crock pot night. Since it's so hot, it's not fun to cook outside, or it's not fun to heat up your kitchen, and so we learned different recipes and crock pot safety, which I didn't know there was so much to learn about that, but really good stuff to know. The Cache County Fair is coming up, and so we'll be helping with that, setting up and judging and taking entries and being in that fun environment for kids and adults. And then the Cache High Gardens is a really awesome opportunity that has come up. They were given a grant recently in which they will use the funds to purchase canning materials, and they're going to teach the students how to can and preserve things that they've produced in their garden, in their greenhouse. And so they're hoping to see the connection between learning these skills and with their grades and with their sociability and just everything overall, if they're more happy students. And so it'd be interesting to see the outcome of that. And also, Cache High is an alternative high school in which students that aren't doing the best in their schools are taken and put in smaller classes and just really focused on helping them learn the best that they can. Along with that, I helped cover the office for the secretaries occasionally, and so that was fun to work closely with the agents there. Along with 4-H and Extension and Food Sense, there's an agent for horticulture. She answers questions about like bugs and when to plant and when to spray, things like that, and then crops and other things like that, farming questions. So great opportunity to learn about just how an office setting works and how much work goes into running USC Extension. Along with that, I helped out with 4-H camps. I did a cooking camp with some young kids as they learned how to learn skills like cutting and how to follow a recipe and things like that, as well as a quilting camp. We made t-shirt quilts, and so that was fun to watch the kids learn how to sew and make these awesome quilts. So those are some of the responsibilities. Being a benefit to USU Extension, I was a free volunteer for the past 12 weeks, and so I think they used me quite a bit. And I think being a student from BYU, Idaho allowed me to give a different perspective in certain things. So I think that was a bonus for them. And then also, this was like the only thing I had going on, and so I was willing to jump in and do whatever they asked, and so I think they benefited from that. And yes, I think that's most of how it was a benefit. So how I benefited from the experience is probably greater than how they benefited, but hopefully it balanced out more than I expected. So I benefited from being an intern there because of the new networking that I made through there. I was actually told about 2 different part-time jobs that they were offering, and because they knew me and they knew how I worked, they offered them to me first before they put them out, and so that was really a bonus for me. Also, working with Food Sense program and just being in that setting, I learned a lot about nutrition and cooking, how to make things from scratch, and just all those good things that came from interacting with the dietetic students and other interns, and just the knowledge that they gave me. And then I learned that it's so important that we empower the community that we live in, and just through everyday interactions we can make an make an impact on someone else, and I was shown that through being an intern at USU Extension. And then also I made lots of friends. There were about 6 other interns from USU. Most of them were more FCHD majors, but so fun to work with them and learn from them. So yes, it's a great place to be an intern if you're interested. So making a connection between coursework and something I learned at my internship might seem a bit far-fetched, but it was really impactful in what I saw. So one time at the farmer's market, we were serving a healthy version of hummus. And so instead of using chickpeas, we used cauliflower, substituting a little bit of fat and carbohydrates. And so throughout the day, I was smelling something, and I was like, wow, there's a dirty diaper in that nearby garbage. Like, that needs to be taken care of. And anyways, so I just put it out of my mind. I just stopped thinking about it, and so I had been handing out samples for quite a while, and I decided, oh, I should probably taste this. And so the hummus was really pretty. I mean, it was creamy looking, a little golden brown, and they ate it with like a little wheat thin. And so I decided I should probably try it for myself instead of being like, yes, come try our delicious cauliflower hummus. I should, believe what I'm actually saying there. And so I took the little wheat thin, I loaded up on this good looking hummus, and I put it in my mouth, and then it hit me that the smell was the same smell that I was smelling before. It was the cauliflower hummus. And that first taste tasted like it smelled. And I was like, oh. So not to offend the people that had made it, the other interns, I continued to chew, and I swallowed it, and I was like, but after that initial taste, it was really good. I don't know what it was, but just that, how odoriferous cauliflower is. That's how it tasted at first. But after that first initial taste, it was really good. Anyways, so I want to make this connection between this hummus and something I learned in my marriage preparation class with Sister Hendricks. She said that the number one reason for divorce is unrealistic expectations. And this is a problem, especially with women. They envision life after being single as bliss. They think it will be as beautiful as it is in the movies, and they won't have anything to worry about after they get married. However, there's bumps in the road, and there's some things that taste bitter to us after marriage, and that's how we learn and grow together. And so we may look at this hummus and see that it's creamy and golden and just delicious, but there are setbacks. If we don't pay attention to them in the beginning, then it's much more difficult to confront them in your marriage. And so that might seem silly, but that's something that hit me while I was there at the farmer's market that day. And I think it's important that we tell people, this might be a little bitter at first, but it gets really good in the end as we work towards making our marriages most important things in our lives. And so I think that this internship has been really great for me. As I mentioned, I've learned a lot and made good friends, and just enjoyed my time spent at USU Extension. I think that I would recommend this internship more for a horticulture or family, consumer, and human development major, or maybe even family recreation if they chose to do the 4-H option, because they might find it more in their area of interest. However, I know that there are more opportunities presented to those who are offered and for those who apply to their internship scholarships through USU Extension. So if you can do that option, I would strongly encourage you to do that, because I think you're able to do teaching and other things. But if you're interested, contact Adri Roberts. She's the USU Extension agent, and that's her number. So anyways, that is my presentation on my internship at USU Extension. Thank you.